Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan, everyone. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Mac.
Mac Black.
I'm back.
There you go. Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan. We're nobodies, you're somebody. Thanks for stopping through. And this is NFL playoff weekend.
Oh, my God.
But
just watched the Pats game.
Let's get started with the logos first. Let's get it
Jaguar.
over. Yeah, let's get this over with
We'll
here.
get to that later.
Exactly.
Kentucky Wildcats fall short again. Second loss in a row. It's tough for me talking about this, but Cats are 14-5.
Yep.
Florida's 14-5.
Mm-hmm.
The score ended up being 66-64 Florida. Jalen Hudson, 17 points. Guy was big on both ends of the floor. Played his heart out. Not to say that Kentucky didn't. Chris Chiraza, 13 points, 8 assists. Kavarius and Hayes, they were both big contributors in the game for Florida. The weird thing about it, Florida came in shooting 40%, but only shot 20%. So Kentucky's defense held them to 20% shooting. They were 6 for 30, surprisingly, at three-point range, because we know Florida's a three-ball team.
Exactly. Yeah, they live and die by the three down there.
Kind of strange toward the end, second half. I mean, Keystone was fouled, missed one of his free throws, gave Kentucky an extra chance to win the game. Gabriel had hit a three.
Yeah.
And brought him within two. What kind of ticks me off about the whole thing, I mean, Texas A&M, they had a bunch of no-call fouls. Tennessee, the officiating I thought was terrible on both sides, not just Kentucky, but Tennessee's side as well. But Washington getting fouled.
Going to the basket.
Dude was clobbered. How could you not see that? Nothing was called. There was like 3 seconds left, but inbound pass thrown in by Kentucky, picked off by Florida, clock runs out. So Florida walks away with victory at Rupp. Mike White, Florida's head coach, feels that they got, a big victory against Kentucky at Rupp. So that is a big thing.
Well, yeah, exactly. At Rupp, it's a big victory. I mean, this would be different. It was at Florida, but it was at Rupp. Actually, the only guy that showed up for Kentucky double-digit-wise that I know of was Alexander.
Alexander and Gabriel. They both had 10 points each. Knox had 9 points. Richard and Dalio finished with 8 points each. Kentucky shot at 40%. And they beat Florida in the paint 49-38 as far as the rebound goes. So they kind of won the battle there. I don't know. Coach White felt that Kentucky fought. I mean, that's big coming from your opponent's coach, so they defend at a high level. So,
well, I mean, you got to fight. You're at home, so.
And looks like they're going to drop a few spots in the polls, but not surprised about that. And then they could pull Florida closer to the top 25. But Wednesday night, Florida has South Carolina, and Kentucky has Mississippi State Tuesday night. So
Kentucky coming into this game was ranked 18th. So
yeah,
hopefully they won't fall out of the top 25.
Let's hope not.
But, I mean, like you said, they fought. There was a foul that was obviously there that was not called. Not saying that would have.
No, still good for them to win, but.
But the call that should have been called, there you go.
Right. Well, a lot of no-call fouls, NBA and college this year. I don't know what's going on. But, on the other hand, the Louisville Cardinals, 15-4, defeated Boston College, which they're 13-7, 77-69. Another good victory for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was.
A 4-game winning streak here. Looks like Dang had 18 points, 10 rebounds.
5 assists.
Another monster game for him.
Yeah, 5 assists to go with that, too.
Yeah, VJ King finished with 15 points. Another guy off the bench, 15 points, Nawara. Came off the bench and scored 15 for them. He had 13 in the first half, which helped them stay ahead at halftime, 31-29. Malik Williams also finished with 10 points.
That he did, along with 5 rebounds. The paint looks like it was really controlled by U of L in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Rebounding, I mean, Spalding with 11, Adele with 10. Like I said, Williams, he had 5. Quentin Snyder, point guard, he had 4 rebounds. So the rebounding and the paint was pretty much controlled by them in this game, and obviously they came away with the victory, 77-69.
But Boston College defense, if you got to see in the game, they made Louisville work for every shot they took. Well, their defense made them work. I mean, they just couldn't hang on. Jordan Chapman's three-pointer helped pull them within, their comeback within 2, 33-second mark. Jerome Robinson had 19 points. Bowman finished with 16 points, and Popovich had 12. So, I don't know. Crazy game.
Yeah.
Louisville came out on top, so I guess they deserved to win. But I'm also starting to hear a lot of talk about Louisville being a national championship caliber team all of a sudden, which I'm not hating, but I'm just going to say first and foremost, I don't see that yet. They still have a lot to prove as far as, I mean, don't get me wrong, they have gotten better.
Yeah.
I've seen a really positive turnaround considering all the shenanigans and different ups and downs and the roller coaster ride they've had this season. But as far as the whole national championship caliber team or them can win a national championship this year, I'm not seeing that yet. They still got a lot of work to do.
Well, I don't think any of these teams, UK or U of L right now, are on that level of
Definitely not.
we're national champions because, U of L 15-4, and UK being
15-4,
14-5.
14-5.
So, neither one's undefeated.
I just want them to be 15-4, so I said that.
Right. But at the same time, these guys are going to have to go through the grind of the conference, ACC. That's a big deal. You got North Carolina there,
Right.
NC State,
And Duke. Very tough
Virginia.
team.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough grind, so we'll see. But
They have Miami on Wednesday.
another good team.
And,
Another good team.
Louisville has won 3 or 4 against Miami since joining the ACC.
Wow.
So
So
they
the ball
can
is
make it
in their court, as they say.
4 victories. And Boston College has Syracuse on Wednesday, so another interesting game there.
Bellarmine, the other local, the streak continues. So, won their 54th straight victory at home
Nice.
at Knight Hall with an 85-50 win over Missouri S&T in the Great Lakes Valley Conference.
Great Lakes, isn't that butter?
Yeah, there's a butter, actually.
also-
Yeah, you're right.
Butter.
Alex Cook for Bellarmine, the sophomore, 16 points. Also, Jarrett Coles, he had 15 points, which is his career best, actually. And the guy that is their go-to guy, Adam Eberhard, well, he didn't have the offense, but he did grab 10 rebounds and dish out 5 assists.
Nice.
So,
Rebounds are very important.
well, yeah, exactly. That's second chance points. So, Bellarmine actually trailed a little bit in this game, 11-9, but obviously that didn't matter going in the second half
No, not at all.
with that big 85-50 win.
Yeah.
So,
That was a butt kicking.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Bellarmine, like I said, they're number 6. The streak continues. So,
Zion Williamson.
Zion
Williamson. A Blue Devil. Duke Blue Devil.
Yes.
When you sent that to me, I thought you photoshopped that jersey on that kid and was like, I'm going to mess with him.
Well, I thought it was photoshopped when I saw it, and I was like, what? And then
Yeah.
I kept looking at 3 or 4 other things, and sure enough,
You should have seen how stunned the Clemson fans were.
oh, I bet you their hearts were ripped out.
Oh, my God. And stepped on him.
Yeah.
And then picked up and eaten.
I mean, the kid is what he
A
is projected
monster.
to be, a monster. Some say the next LeBron. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, wow, dude.
I was supposed to be the next LeBron.
I'm sorry
Yeah, well,
that didn't fall through for you.
I'm sorry I cut you off, Duke.
Yeah, Duke. I mean, seems like they just keep getting that number 1 guy.
Well, the reason he said he picked Duke was because of the brotherhood of Duke. Coach K came and talked to him, and you got to respect Coach K, Hall of Fame coach. I mean, dude is, wow.
I mean, I think every player that plays basketball in high school, college, and the NBA level definitely respect Coach K.
Look what he's done for basketball.
Exactly. Look what he has done for not only Duke and the university, obviously, but like you said, for basketball. I mean,
well respected.
Olympic team, enough
Exactly.
said. So,
and Duke pulled off a victory against Pitt, 81-54. Duke is now 17-2. Pitt has a terrible record of 8-12. Sad to say. Wendell Carter Jr. at 21 points. Looks like he shot 9 of 10, 52% shooting for the team. 24 points off of turnovers against Pitt.
there you go.
18 second chance points they had, so easy victory for them.
Defense creates offense.
Exactly. Pitt's Parker Stewart.
Yep.
Finished with 15 points, shot 41%. So Duke's at Wake Forest coming up on Tuesday at home.
The Demon Deacons.
Right. North Carolina and Pitt on Wednesday. So it should be a pretty crazy game.
It should be a grind out game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Carolina has Virginia Tech on Monday. And Carolina is ranked 15. And Duke is ranked number 5. So there you go.
There you go.
You got any NBA talk for me?
I don't.
Well, I got a little here.
All right.
Looks like the Cavs got hammered by the Thunder.
Did see that. That's the only thing I did see.
It's like they got smacked with Thor's hammer.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
In a nice way, I guess.
Cavs are 27-18. Oklahoma is 26-20.
And no one showed up for defense in that game.
No, not at all.
I mean, let's say that score again for me.
148-124.
There you go.
LeBron says he's never given up 100. Has he done that? Those were his exact words.
Well, I'm sure they are, and I'm sure he is not happy with his team or himself.
Well, Isaiah Thomas has made his comment of whoever's in contributing, who isn't playing their role, they need to go. And Tyrone Lue's comment to that was, that's why they're the players and I'm the coach. So he kind of fired back. There's something strange going on within that team, in the locker room. I sense a disturbance in the force.
I don't think, technically, Isaiah Thomas wants to be there.
I don't think he does either.
I mean, because, he keeps going on and on ever since he was traded till now, and I'm sure it's going to keep going on until the playoffs start. About the whole situation with the trade with him and Kyrie Irving.
Let it go, and you're in Cleveland now. Play ball. Shut up. You're healthy.
You're healthy. That's
So
the
play
first
ball.
thing. So, and you're playing with probably the best player in the world.
Right.
And like you said, go out and play basketball, man. I mean, stop talking with the media. Stop giving the media fuel.
That's all he's doing.
And go out and play basketball.
But the Cavs have lost 9 of their 12 games.
Yeah.
Do you think Coach Lue's job is at stake?
The only way I see Coach Lue's job at stake is if LeBron says that there needs to be a change.
All right.
Because, I mean,
You got to go through him first.
you got to go through that guy first. I mean, the golden child of Cleveland.
Right.
There you go. They're still a team. I can, from what I can see, they're still
Just what they were going through the same thing they went through last season.
the team in the East to beat. Okay, they lost, and it was a big scoring game. Don't get me wrong, I see that, but minus Boston,
The
Cleveland's
Raptors.
the only other team in the East.
How about the Raptors? I remember you said last time their team played great
Regular season,
season, then
Yep.
fall on their face. Hey, but they look like a newer team.
they do.
Look like a playoff contending team that may not fall flat. They might shock a lot of people. I wouldn't sleep on them or take them lightly.
No, I would never sleep on the
Not
team.
at all.
I mean, that's why you go out and you play the game. But on this level, you still got the best player in the world in Cleveland. I mean, I know Steph Curry. He's probably the best shooter in the world. I'm not taking anything away from him or his team. I mean, you got Klay Thompson, who can back his up.
Right.
Kevin Durant, who can back his up. But I think for LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they need to hold a meeting with players only and get it together.
Yep, they better.
No coaches, no
Almost
media.
all-star. weekend.
No open practice, just players, and that's it.
After the All-Star break,
That's where everything
from
counts.
there.
That's
Yeah,
where everything
exactly.
counts.
Well, Boston has lost their third straight at home. They lost to Orlando Magic.
And Kyrie lit it up.
Yeah, so they're going through like a little slump here.
Kyrie, I think 40 points
Yeah.
in that game. Yeah. So, Orlando Magic. I mean, there you go. I mean, kind of the
That's your
doormat
team.
of the NBA. Yeah.
Doing that. Chris Paul and the Rockets are playing well.
They are. And they were trying to do some
averaging
UFC from what I hear the last.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Everybody's scoring up on the basketball court. I don't know what's going on. Everybody wants to fight.
Yeah.
People getting ejected, and I mean, this is basketball, not boxing or UFC. If you want to fight,
Get in the ring,
exactly.
not on the court.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Can you watch a game with 20 seconds in, a minute in, they're fighting. They're pushing each other.
Yeah, because if I remember right, who was in the last fight? Aaron Afalo of the Magic and somebody
I can't remember
from the
who that guy
Nuggets.
was.
I want to say the Nuggets.
It's been so many. I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, and punches were thrown in that
Right.
situation. It wasn't just scuffling and shoving. Actual punches were thrown. So,
But Kemba Walker.
yeah, I saw
would
that
you
this
wanna get rid of
morning.
that guy?
Trade talks with Kemba Walker.
Why would you want to get rid of him?
I mean, he's offensively your best player.
Well, from what I hear, it's a thing of getting rid of his contract, free up some money because of all the other money they spent on guys that they consider bad deals, like the Dwight Howard.
Right.
Who else did they get? That's not working out for them. I don't keep up with the Hornets. I won't say Malik Monk because he's playing well.
Malik Monk is playing
And I
well.
won't say Michael Kidd-Gilchrist either. Not because I'm not trying to be biased because they're Kentucky players, but Gilchrist has definitely proven himself.
As an NBA player,
and
yes.
a defensive player. So
he is a pretty good lockdown defender.
So
And he can guard
whoever
three
gets
different
Kemba
spots.
Walker, it's going to be plus for them.
Like you said, why would you want to get rid of your best offensive player? He's kind of the guy who puts butts in the seats and sells
Right.
tickets.
Fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. Are we trying to once again tank and get draft picks here? And
Mike,
trade your best player?
What are you doing?
I don't understand the concept because this team has not been good
Right.
for a long while.
They had a spark at one point with the playoffs.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago they did make the playoffs and lost in the first round, but still they made the playoffs. And now you want to get rid of your best player.
Right. MJ, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think him and Jeter got together there. And
I guess something's going on.
I don't know.
Mr. James is nearing or closing in on his 30,000th point of his career. He can join the likes of Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe, Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, wow.
Pretty interesting bunch, a respectable bunch to be part of.
All Hall of Famers, no doubt.
All right. Devin Booker, 35th career 30-point game, who broke the tie with Amari Stoudemire as being the second player to do so as a Suns player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's a pretty cool stat to have.
It is. It is.
I know what you're about to say. You read my mind. I'm going to say it for you. NFL.
NFL, here we go, folks. NFL. Beyond the playoffs. Let's kind of look beyond the playoffs for a minute, for a second here.
I can't look beyond the game I just watched earlier.
Yes, the Jacksonville Patriots game, which ended in horrible
Thought
fashion
for sure the
for
Pats
every
were going
Jacksonville
home.
fan.
Thought they were going home.
Yeah, well, we all thought they were going home until we saw the clock.
Oh,
hit
but
0 and
the whole, my hand has stitches in it. I can't throw the ball. Media ploy. Come on, Mr. Brady.
it's always been a media.
Every time there's something going on, it's something wrong with his hand or some type of distraction, this or that. And ain't nothing wrong with his hand.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with
He
it,
didn't
but
have
it's
nothing wrong
not
with
as
his
bad
hand.
as he made it out to be.
Okay, maybe you're right on that end, but
So
still
let's
nothing
just
wrong
say
with his
that.
hand. He put a piece of tape on it. Look at that piece of electrical tape he had across the top. I seen his hand. So.
Wow. Obviously, it wasn't as bad as it made to be.
I hurt my ankle this weekend. I should put some electrical tape on it.
Well,
Might walk better.
if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Looking beyond, like I said, the playoffs, just for a second, the NFL draft, which is It's April.
Right.
People think it's really far away, but it's really not.
Right around the corner.
Top 10 picks that are projected.
Let's hear it.
Cleveland taking quarterback Josh Allen. The Giants at number 2 taking quarterback Josh Rosen.
Wow.
Maybe to take the reins of Mr. Eli Manning when he does retire. The Colts taking Bradley Chubb, defensive end / linebacker. Cleveland on the clock again at number 4, taking running back Saquon Barkley out of Penn State. The Broncos, with the quarterback carousel they've had for the last season and a half, which has not worked out for any of those guys. Taking Sam Darnold, quarterback out of USC, which
that's interesting.
I just don't see that guy being a franchise quarterback personally. The Jets at number 6, taking defensive back Manakai Fitzpatrick. Buccaneers taking the first offensive lineman here, Quentin Nelson. And then the Bears on the clock at number 8 with Calvin Ridley, wide receiver.
Wow.
And he is very, very, very fast. The 49ers taking Denzel Ward, defensive back. And the Raiders, which were such a disappointment for every fan across the NFL this season.
So much high hopes I had for them.
We all did. We all thought they would take the reins from the Patriots, to be honest. Taking linebacker Raekwon Smith. Raekwon Smith. So there is that. Also, across the NFL, not being the playoffs, not being the Patriots, NFL coaching. Chicago Bears made their hire. Matt Nagy, 39-year-old, out of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
The Bengals obviously sticking with Marvin Lewis for 2 more years, which
Shocker.
Still don't know why, because he's 0-7 in the playoffs.
Shocker,
yeah, since he put his 2-week notice in and kind of.
Do you think he knows somebody? I mean, most times it's who you know, right?
It's who you know, yeah.
Or what you know on somebody?
Possible. Possible. Of course, if you've been under a rock for the last month,
right.
The Raiders making the biggest deal and the biggest splash, obviously, 10-year, $100 million contract to their ex-coach,
right.
John Gruden.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. I'm glad he's back in coaching. He's fun to watch.
Came back around.
He did come back around. From my understanding, it was a deal that was kind of about 6 to 8 months in the working of this situation of them bringing him back. The Detroit Lions got to waiting on the Patriots because their main guy that they're after, Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator, he's earned it. He's been on the block for the last 2 years.
That could have been his last game.
Yeah, it could have been his last game. The Colts, they got to wait too because they're looking at the Patriots' offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. The Titans made their hire. They hired Mike Vrabel, ex-defensive coordinator from the Texans, and actually ex-linebacker of the New England Patriots.
Right.
And the Giants waiting on the Vikings to hire their offensive coordinator, Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur, yeah, for the New York Giants. And Jack Del Rio has already said that he would love to come along to the Giants and be the defensive coordinator when Shurmur is hired.
Right.
So
I'm sure he'll get his wish.
So there's that. But the playoffs, what a game.
24-20.
Patriots.
I think the play of that game was Miles Jack's tackle on Lewis. Forced that fumble. He took it right out of his hand while they were rolling on the ground. Ball did not touch the ground, just went from hand to hand.
Wow.
That was one of the best plays I've seen. I was just so hyped for that. And I'm like, okay, they recovered the ball. No. Pats are going home. Brady Bunch are going home.
Yeah, well, we all thought the Brady Bunch was going home.
He take a piece of tape off his hand, go home. But, he miraculously always comes back somehow. I almost feel like it's staged.
You almost kind of feel like, it's it's staged, yeah. But
he is a great quarterback. We all know that. I'm not going to take it away from him.
Right.
I'm going to be a hater in a sense, but at the same time, I'm gonna give him credit where it's due, but it's just like it's always some type of distraction going on when it's time for that big game, or if they happen not to, if it went to where they didn't win, if it came down to it, Jacksonville beating them, which they should have, he had the hand to fall back on. I got stitches in my hand. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to play or not. But he said he got a little confident on Wednesday, throwing the ball around, so he
in practice
knew he was ready to play. I mean, he must have some really good genes. Maybe he's a mutant. He has a healing factor we don't know about. So,
or is there a new shot that we don't know about in the NFL?
Possibility.
I mean, let's think
I'm
about
sure.
that.
I mean, Belichick knows people.
He knows a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'm sure he might have got his hands on something.
But you know what? Of all the haters of the Patriots, this fairy tale that they've had for the last 15 seasons,
Yeah.
I want to say, it's on its way out. I mean,
Oh,
you got to think. I mean,
Nothing
these
lasts
coordinators are leaving for head coaching jobs, which they deserve.
Not saying they don't.
forever. Yeah, they put the work in.
They put the work in.
And-
They've won the titles. They've
Okay.
done their jobs.
Learning experience in there.
Brady will be 41,
Yeah.
so he can't play football forever. That's obvious.
Hope he still wears Under Armour stuff.
It's under contract, so.
Uh.
But it's going to come to an end.
Nothing lasts forever. Nothing's for sure.
Exactly. Nothing is for sure. Nothing lasts forever. I think Sam has one of the craziest stats that she told me in the car. And I'll let her tell the stat because I don't want to get it wrong.
Where were y'all coming from?
Coming back from West Virginia, we went to see the West Virginia Mountaineers play the Texas Longhorns in basketball.
I was wondering why you didn't bring that up.
Well, because it didn't go my way.
Didn't go your way, but it's still good to get away and see your team play.
Oh, it was great. It was first time seeing
the seats you had.
Yeah, first time being in West Virginia just to see them play. That arena is really, really nice and really cool. Had great seats. I think we were 6 rows from the floor.
I'm guessing the Eagles might have scored because I see a cheerleading dance going on.
Oh,
over here.
I think the Eagles scored. It is 13-7.
Okay. How much time's
second.
left in the second?
Yeah, in the second.
We got 13:37 in
Uh-oh.
the second.
But
Got some momentum going.
I'm going to let, like I said, Sam tell the stat of the Patriots. And
Let's
this
hear
is
this.
one of the craziest NFL stats you'll ever hear. So here you go.
Well, it's not an official stat, so I don't know how you really want to report that, but I was just reading something about the amount of people who claim to hate on the Patriots. So, the T-shirts that are like, I cheer for the Eagles and whoever's playing the Patriots that week.
Mm-hmm.
The number of people who, and I don't know how they calculated this, number of people who hate on the Patriots, there's a larger number of those people than any single franchise has of fans that are for that team.
Wow.
So
Wow.
That's crazy.
it's like its own thing. Now here's the thing, I don't know how they calculated this. I just read this in a little blurb. I don't know that it's official, but it's something to think about
Definitely.
as we all throw up collectively as a nation after that Patriots game, because go Jacksonville.
Yeah. All day.
Yeah,
Just the way that team's played all season and the season they had.
Oh, dream season.
Look at them 4 seasons back.
Well, you got to think. I want to say this is a stat that I read last week. For the last 7 seasons, Jacksonville has been the 5th to the number 1 worst team in the NFL.
Yeah.
For the last 7 seasons.
Yes.
5th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st,
And
1st,
to get
4th,
where they got.
1st, and now played in the AFC title game. Took it down to the wire. Let's be honest. Took it down to the wire. Lost 24-20 to the Patriots.
The Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, they got 5 rings, the Patriots, to take them down to the wire 24-20 for being
Still
one of the
respectable.
worst teams in the league for the last 7 years. Wow.
Is there such a thing as saying a respectable loss?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
we're going to roll with that then.
Yeah. But
Wow.
Philly still alive.
Good to see.
Vikings. Like I said, it's in the second as we're doing the show here. Anything going on? Do you know as far as within the city?
Nothing I know of. There's always something going on in the city, always. But you were my main guy when it came to that.
Yeah, I want to say Jack Harlow was the closest thing as far as the dates. Mercury Ballroom, so check it out. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Tech Game Plan. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Mac.
The Kentucky Game Plan.